Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a close look into a really specific area of audio-video tech. We're talking high-performance matrix switchers.
Right. And not just the hardware itself, though. We'll get into that. We're focusing on one model, the Shinybow SB-5544LCM, but maybe more importantly, the relationship behind it.
Exactly. The connection between the manufacturer, Shinybow, and a key reseller, HDTVSupply.com. Yes. Well, it's pretty unique.
It really is. HDTVSupply.com, they're a platinum authorized reseller. And that's not just a label. It actually goes back to a CEO to CEO relationship. Started way back in, I think, 2002.
2002, yeah. That kind of long-term trust, it builds a different kind of value for the buyer. You just don't see that often.
Yeah, definitely not. It sets up some real benefits we should unpack.
Okay, so let's start with the device itself. The Shinybow SB-5544LCM.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 4x4 composite video switch. Also handles stereo audio.
And it's a true matrix router. So like any of the four inputs can go to any or even all of the four outputs.
Simultaneously.
Simultaneously, yeah. Designed for more complex, sort of fixed setups, not your average home AV rack.
No, definitely not consumer grade. What about the technical side? Performance specs?
Well, it supports NTSC and PL video systems, which covers most bases globally. And the bandwidth is pretty solid 450 megahertz.
450 millihertz. So that ensures what? Signal integrity, clean picture.
Exactly. Clean signals, especially where you might have longer cable runs or multiple devices daisy-chained, minimizes degradation.
And how do you control it if it's in a complex installation?
You've got options. There are buttons on the front panel, naturally. An IR remote control comes with it. But for system integration, which is common for this kind of gear, it has an RS-232 serial port, so you can use protocol control.
RS-232, okay. That points towards that specialized environment again. And something else that jumped out from the sources, it's TAA compliant.
Ah, yes. TAA.
For listeners maybe not in, say, government procurement, what does TA compliance really mean here?
Right. TAA is the Trade Agreements Act. Basically, it means the product is made either in the U.S. or in specific designated countries. It's a big deal for government contracts, federal agencies, sometimes educational institutions too. They often require TAA compliance.
So it's about supply chain security, knowing where the product comes from.
Precisely. It's an assurance about sourcing and manufacturing, just as important as that 450 millihertz spec for certain buyers.
Makes sense. High-stakes hardware needs that extra layer of, well, assurance. And this TAA compliance, the complexity, it brings us right back to that platinum reseller status for HDTVSupply.com.
It does. Because buying this specific type of hardware isn't just about the box.
So what are the concrete benefits you get buying from them, given that, 20-plus year relationship?
Okay, first, some practical logistics stuff. They guarantee it's brand new, factory sealed, ships in double carton boxes, which is good for protection, and includes full value shipping insurance. Little things, but they add up for sensitive gear.
Reduces risk, sure. What else?
A big one is the warranty. You get a full 3-year Shinybow warranty when purchased through them.
3 years. Okay. Better than standard, often.
Usually, yes.
Yeah.
And then there's the support. This is maybe the biggest differentiator.
The lifetime support, I thought that mentioned.
Yeah. A free U.S.-based live telephone lifetime tech support. They even have a dedicated Texty support line.
Lifetime support on potentially complex gear using, like you said, RS-232 control. Is that for real? How deep does that go?
Well, that's where the platinum status and that long history really come into play. It implies they likely have much deeper access, priority access to Shinybow's technical resources, maybe firmware updates, advanced troubleshooting docs.
Maybe even direct lines to Shinybow engineers that a regular seller wouldn't have.
Exactly. That's what allows them to realistically offer lifetime support. It means if you hit a weird integration snag 5 years down the line, you're not suddenly facing huge support costs.
That keeps your total cost of ownership predictable. That's huge for institutional buyers.
Absolutely. Predictability is key.
Okay, so if someone needs this level of gear and assurance today, what's the cost?
Currently, the SB-5544LCM is listed at $635.85. That's down from the MSRP of $699. And there's usually a 5% discount code available on their site, too. Apply to checkout.
So $635 plus potentially another 5% off. That price bundles the hardware and that whole support and assurance package we've been discussing.
Correct. You're getting the technical specs, the 450 millihertz, the TAA compliance, but you're also buying into that guaranteed long-term backing.
It's the combination, really. The tech performance married to the support structure built on that long reseller relationship.
That's a good way to put it.
All right, let's wrap up with a final thought for you, the listener, to maybe chew on. Think about how the actual structure of a business partnership, I mean, a CEO to CEO connection going back over 2 decades, how that deep seated commercial relationship can translate directly into tangible, high value, long term guarantees for you, the end customer.
Yet, sometimes the most valuable feature isn't printed on the spec sheet. It's embedded in the stability of how you actually acquire and get support for the product.